And Mary Markets Systems Chief of Party Robert Mwadime is urging the government to extend the subsidized fertilizer program to cover indigenous food crops, most of which are drought resilient. Here now is Benson Rioba with the details.
Kenya imported maize worth 24.7 billion shillings last year as the country grappled with a 7% drop in production that was partly blamed on poor rains and costlier fertilizer. The Kenya Crops and Dairy Market Systems says there's need to increase production of indigenous crops, such as millet and sorghum, to reduce demand pressure on maize and reduce the country's overall food import bill.
Main reasons are because we have to stop being very dependent on only 2 or 3 food groups, namely maize, wheat, and Irish potatoes. We have to move out of that as Kenyans.
The Kenya Crops and Dairy Market System is calling for extension of fertilizer subsidy program to cover indigenous crops as part of measures to operationalize the blending policy.
We may not have those initially, but demand will drive production. We have seen in this country when there is an increase in demand, always production follows.
That is an area whereby if we have companies which are doing seed banking, that is a very big area, and in fact that even the multinationals want a piece of that cake. And the type of seed that we use basically from multinationals is a multi-billion industry. So you can imagine if we have our gene bank.
USAID has invested 7.3 billion shillings to strengthen Kenya's food systems over the next 5 years that will, among others, focus on indigenous crops.
Farmers in this country, and especially in Asal and those particular parts of this country, are more likely to benefit if we increase the demand of these indigenous fruits.
Benson Rioba reporting for Lunchtime News.